It has been an intriguing weekend of footy so far. Super Saturday just wrapped up and all the underdogs got up. The New Zealand Warriors get out of jail with a golden point field goal in what was, in my opinion, one of the worst games of the season to watch. Second to the Gold Coast Titans versus West Tigers. Old Sticky Ricky Stewart had some interesting words in his post presser. I mean, he always does, doesn't he? But yeah, he had some words for the effort turned in by his lads in that upset.
Publicly, I am lost for comment in regard of the quality of that performance in the second half. And for any loyal fan and any real fan we have got left, I feel really embarrassed and sorry for them.
The Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs upset the Sydney Roosters, who almost got bailed out. Like, I don't like saying this, but they almost got bailed out by the referees. Towards the end of the match, there were some pretty terrible calls and non-calls. But once again, in this match, Aaron Shop for a second week in a row shuts down an elite centre in Joey Manu. I was talking about him last week and how impressed I was with his effort against Kotoni Staggs, and the gun shows up for his second week in a row. And to wrap up Saturday, the North Queensland Cowboys destroy the Parramatta Eels, channeling their premiership winning form. Pretty hectic game from the Cowboys. Kyle Fouts in particular scored a hat-trick, and the Hammer made his return, which was pretty cool to see. He even scored a try as well. Look, I'll be honest, I didn't have the Cowboys as my wooden spooners, but they were down there with the bottom four in the league. After last year's showing, a lot of people had them at the bottom of the ladder. This current form that they're in is what and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people were expecting from them last year. You know, since we all saw what Todd Payton did with the Warriors as a fill-in coach. Now to some somber news. Ash Taylor has been forced into retirement due to a nagging hip injury. Taylor, man, plenty of potential. Was one of my favorite young guns coming up through the ranks at the Broncos, and still tuned in when he was playing for the Titans. But the man just didn't live up to his potential, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping he'd rejuvenate his career at the Warriors, but this damn injury, man, it got the better of him. Hoping the best for Ash Taylor, and I hope he enjoys his retirement. And lastly, the race for Cameron Munster's signature heats up. Reported on by the Courier Mail, Munster's manager Braithen Nasta will explore the option of Munster joining the Broncos in the 2024 season after his current Storm deal expires. Here's what he had to say.
The reality is Cameron Munster is one of the best players in the competition, and there is a very limited number of genuine premiership winning halves. There's been no formal approach from the Broncos, but over the next few weeks and months, we will be looking at several options. And Brisbane is definitely one club on the radar for Cameron, says Anasta.
We'll most likely hear about more teams that are quote-unquote on Munster's radar, as Braith put it. They are trying to get max value for Cam Munster, and rightfully so. One thing's for certain, they won't be getting that at the Melbourne Storm. The race for his signature, honestly, it's just begun. I wouldn't put too much stock into whatever comes out about Munster. It's sort of like when I was talking about rugby union players when they're off contract and they mentioned the NRL. Munster's price will continue to go up with every new team announced. With it, he'll most likely land the most lucrative deal in modern NRL. With that being said, I would kill to have him at the Bronx. Imagine him with Reynolds, would be unstoppable. As always, if you enjoyed that and would like to see more rugby league related content or more content in general, be sure to run straight that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
Swerving in the same side, hear the tires burning. If you see us turning, then it's quite concerning. Brothers up with a block doing business.